bit about me. A little bit about me is I have over 25 years of experience in web development and digital marketing. I work for companies like Johnson Publishing Company. I actually helped them to grow, and build a very powerful website during my tenure at Johnson Publishing Company. It was called ebonyjet.com. And that site went, when I started, they only had a membership of 6,000 people that would come to the site just to see what the ebony cover, who was on the ebony cover. That's all they were using the website for, as a platform just to see who was on the cover. But after I came in and we came up with a marketing strategy for the website, we needed to build it and we needed to make money fast because, as you know, and we was living in a digital age where people were getting things on their phones. And as soon as it happened, it was coming on the phone. So to wait a whole month to get it in the magazine just was not working for Johnson Publishing Company. So we came up with a strategy to build a new website called ebonyjet.com so that we can get both members, people who were interested in Jet Magazine and people who were interested in the Ebony Magazine. We brought them all together. It took us about a year to build out the site. When we launched, we had over 1 million people to hit our site because they were so excited that we were actually coming out of the magazine age and coming into the digital age. So we were able to market that site and make millions of dollars over the course of my being there. So here I fast forward, I've worked for a number of companies, and now I have my own business called Mecca Marketing Group. And we just our mission is to help other businesses grow online. So just to get started, this is about social media. Let's talk about social media. Um, Let me share my screen. Social media marketing really can take your business to the next level. And that's what we're going to talk about, how we can do that. So this presentation is just designed to help businesses make the best. And I'm going to talk about two platforms, even though there are several out there, and we'll discuss those briefly. But I'm going to talk about two that's ideal for businesses who offer that have a visual appeal of products and services. So out of the platforms, I'm going to discuss briefly 6 of the 9 options you have, and tell you a little bit about them and what they're good for. So Facebook is one of the largest social media platforms, and with billions of active users. It offers business pages, advertising options. You have the ability to create groups, whether private or public, and you have a variety of content formats to help connect to a target audience. And we'll talk about that target audience shortly. Instagram is a visually focused platform that emphasizes videos and photos. So if it's important that with Instagram, and I'll talk about it more, is that you have great photos and videos, because that's what it appeals to those business owners. TikTok is a short form video platform that has gained immense popularity really fast. And a lot of us older people still don't get it. But if you want to build your business real fast on TikTok, you can. And it's just a whole bunch of different entertainment videos that you post about maybe what it is you do, or you can also have your customers say something real quick. so people can see you as a viable business or service. LinkedIn is most of us are on LinkedIn. It's a professional network platform that caters to businesses and professionals. And it offers you the opportunity to connect with people who you're interested in doing business with. Also, you can post jobs and just direct message people. Pinterest is a visual platform as well that focus on inspirations and ideas, and it's good for people who have a do-it-yourself business, or they do a lot of fashion, home decor, or recipes. Um, and it's a great way to drive people to your website. And also YouTube is video sharing platform. So most of us know all of this. I just wanted to cover it. Basically, there are three other ones out there: Twitter, Reddit, and Snapchat. But I just thought we should just cover the most popular ones. Oh, hold on. This my screen is in the way. Hold on. Sorry. So I wanted to really just dive into Instagram and Pinterest because you can do some good marketing there, especially if you're into home decor, food and drink, fitness and wellness, and fashion and beauty. There is or travel. These are great. If your business do any of these, these two are a great marketing tool for you to be on and to grow on. So just to tell you a little bit about Pinterest. I told you earlier, UPN is a high quality content. And so it's 7 things that you really need to know if you're going to use Pinterest. Images. Your images should be high quality because they need to be visually appealing and relevant to your brand and the target audience. So your images need to be clear, well lit, and properly composed. The formatting, they recommend that a minimum of 600 pixels, whether it's JPEG or PNG. So you can also use infographics, and that's a great way to stand out amongst your competitor. And your captions should really describe and appeal to your target audience. So you need to use relevant keywords so to make your pins more discoverable in a search. And you can also use hashtags. And then you always want to have a call to action. And so a call to action is just click here to learn more, or you can save it for later, or you can also send them to your website. But you always want to have a call to action with any marketing that you do. You have to give them something to do. And then test and optimize. You can use analytics, and we'll talk about that, to track what is working and not working with your audience. Did I go too far? Okay, so if you want to reach people on Instagram, I like Instagram because you can actually DM people that you would like to get to know or do business with. Sometimes you have to DM them more than once because they don't know you, especially if they don't know you. So when you are DMing them, you want to be specific in what your needs are for them. If you want to get a response back, just don't say hi, but to actually tell them why you are reaching out to them. So hashtags, they are relevant, and they actually are a great way to target your audience and reach a broader audience as well. And then with Instagram, consistency is the key. And again, on here, you do need that high quality image that's visually appealing and consistent to keep your audience engaged, and also to get people to follow you. Um, Instagram stories are a very popular feature. And what it does is, as you know, if you're scrolling Instagram, sometimes you might miss a few posts, but everybody can see your story. It'll live there for the day. So it's very popular. If you are seeing that nobody is really liking your post, or you're not getting a lot of engagement on your website, you might want to start putting up a story every day, because then people will start to look for you if they have been missing you before then. Also, it's a great way to let people know if you're having offers, an exclusive offer that day, or are launching a product. And then reels have become very, very popular with increasing engagement, because as you know, video is like the #1 engagement for people in general, all ages. They love video. So the more videos you put out there, the more people are going to comment and like and engage you more. And it's all about building relationships. Building relationships, we might be used to the face-to-face or the networking, but this is the way that you build relationships on social media. You have to give people what they're interested in, and they have to feel comfortable with you. And once they do all of that, then they are gonna comment, they're gonna like, and they will follow you. So you can also collaborate with others too, to help give your brand more exposure. So like now we on a workshop with other women that might have a business that's similar to your business, or it might even complement your business. So you can have a conversation with them and say, hey, when you're posting, I'll share your post with my audience, and you can vice versa. So that's a way you can collaborate with other businesses to help you reach a broader audience. We'll talk a little about Instagram ads. Instagram ads are managed by Facebook. So if you're wondering how do I do Instagram ads, well, you have to have a Meta account. That's the Facebook's new name, Meta. So you have to set up a Meta account in order to run ads. And the ads, they can be videos, they can be photos, they can be carousels. And you want to, with ads, whenever you run an ad, you want to know your demographics. And you also want to know, like you need to know, and we'll touch on this more, but your audience, because if you don't know who you're targeting and you try to run an ad, it won't be successful, because you kind of like throwing it out there and hoping that it sticks. Whereas if you can streamline that and say, hey, I'm just looking for people who are interested in health and beauty, and they are between the ages of 35 and 55, and they're women of color, then you can best promote, you'll have a better tracking and performance. The more you detailed on who you are looking for in the ad, the more success you will have with getting those people, instead of just saying, oh, I'm just going to run an ad, or I'm just going to boost. A lot of people just boost their current posts. That is not good. Never a good idea to boost a post, because what happens is it just goes to everybody, and a lot of spammers will also get it too. So they come and spam your posts and put out stuff that you like, where did that come from? Because it's just spam. So I don't suggest it unless you just really targeting a specific group of people. Then you can boost the post, but you need to know who those people are so you just don't get everyone. So we're gonna talk about ways that you can schedule your posts. Social media can get very expensive if you are using the different softwares that are out there to help you track and post and schedule, because most of them are not free. I listed a couple of here: Tailwind, Buffer, Hootsuite, Later, and Sprout Social. They do incur a cost monthly to use these tools, but they can really help you track and see what is working and what is not working, what you're putting up. So you always want, whenever you are running ads, you do want a return on your investment. So you need to, there are several tools out there. I talk about the 4 you see on the screen, which is Google Analytics. I use that a lot because not only do Google Analytics show you what posts are working and what posts aren't on your social site, it also tells you who's going to your website. So if you know you made a post at 10 o'clock and you go on Google Analytics and you look at that time frame on your website, in between 10 and 12, you had a boost of traffic, then you want to examine your your post that you ran at that time to see what about that post really worked, because it helped you to get more more engagement or traffic to your website. So these are 4 tools that you can use. Google Analytics is free for now. I think it's just going to be free always. But with the other ones, they do have some costs associated with them. So I do have some takeaways because I want to allow enough time for questions. So basically, I have 10 takeaways from this social media marketing thing. That your target audience, you really need to define your audience and tailor your content to resonate with them. Your content strategy, it should be clear. You should have your brand goals. You want to create engaging and shareable content that people will love. Because if they love it, believe me, they're going to share it and post and comment about it to their friends too. And consistency is crucial. I mean, you have to regularly post and engage with people, because if you've gone just a week or so, you can lose people, because how the algorithms of social media work, if you're not posting and or people are not liking your posts enough, they will get a whole new audience posts to look at. So if they change the algorithm all the time. So if you post this week and skip next week and post again next week, it's very likely that those people that were on your feed have been moved or are not going to see your feed unless they go to your personal page. And so you always want to have visual appeal, which are images and videos. It's, some people say, oh, I take my own pictures. But if you're really not a photographer, or you don't know how to capture the product, or it might be the lighting or anything, it makes a big difference. So this is your brand. You want to put your best foot forward when working with when putting anything about your company out there. You want it to speak of who you are. So I tell people that you don't want to confuse your audience. So if they go to your website and it looks totally different from your social media page, it can question whether or not they on the at the right site, because there's so many other businesses out there. You can make them question, oh, did I go to the right page? Am I on the right site? So I tell you people that your branding, if you don't spend nothing, I know small businesses have very little budgets for marketing, but you want to spend that money on branding so that all your digital, whether it's digital or print or video, it's consistent and people know, oh, okay, that's Mecca Marketing. She got that green M, it's all over. She used the color green, so you want people to know who you are, whether they are on your social media page, if they see you then printed something and you have it out talking about your service or product, or if it's on your website, you want it to be consistent. Also, influencers, it's a lot of people out here that you can pay or barter with, meaning you can give them something for their time to help you reach or enhance your brand credibility. So I do encourage that you work with influencers, especially influencers that's in your market. And that's a great way to promote your services or products. And always use Google Analytics. Try to learn as much as you can about Google, because Google is free and it will really help you see where you need to work, what you need to work on, and if you're reaching the people that you're trying to reach. Paid advertisement, it's if you are trying to reach out to a larger market. So if you are happy in the Chicago market and you have enough people in the Chicago market for your social media, then unless you're launching a new product or something, I wouldn't say use paid advertisement. But if you are trying to go into a new market, if you're trying to reach a broader audience, then absolutely you should be using paid ads. But wonderful thing about Google is Google will offer you like credits and stuff to run ads with them, and their ads show up everywhere everything that they own. So you can see your ad on a YouTube video, also on any Google page that a person might be on. When those ads pop up, hey, one of them could be yours. So you'd also need to social listen. So this help you gain insight to trends and what people are concerned about. And so if you do that, you'll stay informed and respond effectively on your posts. Excuse me. So again, I did talk a little about algorithms, but you want to understand that how you post, everything makes a difference. What time you post, everything with that makes a difference. So you really want to know, have a really good strategy when setting up and trying to build or grow on social media. So I know you probably have a lot of questions, but I just want to say social media has taken the business world to a whole new level. Some of us have been slow to get on because we've been used to the old way of doing things, but I really encourage you, if you're not on social media, to get on social media because it can really help you grow your business. And you have to remember that you have to continue learning because this is something that continues to change. Technology is always changing, it's getting better. They optimizing it, making it sometimes harder for those who don't like change. So if you feel like, oh, I need all of this, but I just don't have the time, or don't have the latitude to learn something new, then we will help you. We can help you build your social media presence. I always tell people that the minimum time you should spend with Mecca Marketing is 90 days because it really takes 6 months to grow a social media account. But in 90 days, you will see activity because the first 30 days, they just looking at you. They not commenting, they not liking, they just like, okay, what is this? What's this new person on here? But after 60 days, you might get a like, you might even get a comment. But 90 days, if you're still consistent with posting and when people, and the one thing that you should do when posting, if somebody comment, you should reply. I know sometimes we can be busy, but I have a great tool for that you will never miss a lead. So if you want help with that, you can give me a call. My number is on the screen, and also you can email me, and we can discuss how we can help your business grow online. So thank you. And if you have questions, I'll be happy to answer them now.
Thank you, Lenora. That was great. We appreciate all that juicy information that you provided. If anyone, if you have a question, please put it either in the chat or you can just take yourself off mute and ask your question, or maybe raise your hand and we can take you off mute so you can ask your question. Any questions? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Sharice, you can go ahead and unmute.
Hi, Lenora. I'm so happy to be able to receive this information from you. Some of this I knew, some is new.
Okay.
I took over a business. I teach sewing, and I used to purchase the curriculum. I now own the curriculum, and the previous owner had a following on YouTube with lots of videos. But when I looked at her content, the videos are from like the 90s. It's very dated. And I'm like, okay, so do I go through the process of retaping them with a professional? Or is there a way to still use the old content and still be current?
So when you say it's dated, is it the colors or it's the information? Or it
The
just
information is current and it's all video. The information is valid, it's still very valuable to my business.
Okay.
But the videography is poor. The sound quality is poor.
Then you definitely will want to invest in new videos. You can use that same content, but just upgrade the videos, and we can help you with that because I would need to see the videos because there's ways that you can help. If it's not too old, it's ways you can. But if it has, if sound quality is a problem, we can't change that. So I would say yes, you're probably gonna have to invest in some new videos. And just use
Okay.
that same content and just upgrade it.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of, but I thought I'd ask. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. Are there any other questions?
Oh, somebody asked, could you reshare your contact info, Lenora?
Oh, I sure can. Hold on.
And so, Lenora, when you're mentioning social listening, does that include maybe following people like experts and professionals in your field, like on Instagram or Facebook?
Absolutely. Yes, you want to follow people that I actually follow people that do the same thing I do because they all, everybody learn at different paces and everything, and they might know something that you don't know. And so if you're following them, you'll look, it allows you to look at things from others' perspective and not be so closed-minded. So I do follow people that are web developers, that are social media marketers. And because I've been in the business so long, I have a great portfolio of people that I work with. And we kind of just bounce off of each other.
Great, that's good
Okay.
information.
Nicole Sane said, what social monitoring tools do you recommend besides the IG stats that are provided? She's thinking along the lines of when you purchase a product, some businesses have a survey that they request you to complete after checkout. Are you familiar with tools that offer surveys after purchasing a product?
I am actually, I actually market a tool that I love. You can, it's you can 24/7 engage people 24/7. Even if you're not open, it automatically engage them. So I say, there are forms that you can create so that people can answer them, and based on how they answer them, you know what product to offer them. So absolutely, yes. And also Google Forms, if you just want to do your own surveys, you can use Google Forms, and it'll allow you to set up a survey and use it with, I'm sorry, I'm trying to share my screen and talk. But it'll allow you to, I'm sorry, I can't do everything at one time. So, okay, this is my information. But to get back to you, you can use Google Forms, but also I have a platform that helps you with that. It builds out your surveys or forms, and it also does it does tracking, and it does social media. So it's an all-in-one tool. It's amazing. That's all I can say. It is, because if you have, I don't know, I was one of those who had a software I used for this, and then I used another software for this, and then I needed this for that one. And it just becomes a learning curve. Like, you got to learn how to use it to really benefit from it. And the new tool that I'm using, everything is in one place. So you can do your social media posts. You can have a chat box on your website that if somebody have a question, even if you're not there, the chat will answer it and let them know, hey, we saw that you was on the site. We'll get back to you in a couple of hours to answer your question. And you can just never lose a lead. That's what I tell people. You will never lose a lead of using this software.
Lenore, are you at liberty to tell us what the name of the software is?
It's
Or
a white label software. I use it. It's called so I use it, but it's called Higher Level, but
Oh,
you can use it. I mean, that's the name of it, but I market it to people as well.
great, okay.
Yeah, I wish I had developed it, but I didn't. So I just use it, and I help my clients learn how to use it and market their business with it.
Great. I know a lot of times you do have different tools out here like Hootsuite and other tools that kind of combine all your social media posts. You can send them all out at one time. However, it still seems like a lot of businesses, especially the business owners who are trying to drive and build the plane at the same time, still don't have time to do that, to send out those posts or create the content. Does your marketing firm, do you offer those type of services?
So we do work with you to, if that is an additional charge if you want us to create your content for you, but we still need your input because at the end of the day, it's your goals that we're trying to meet. So we do work with you. We meet with you to kind of define your goals and the strategy of the whole social media campaign so that we are meeting and also posting things that are relevant to your business. So yes, we do help with that.
Thanks. Are there any other questions from the group? This is a very quiet group this evening. I guess all that heat outside is
That's all right.
it's extremely hot out there.
So I have a question for you, the audience, since there's no more questions. I do web development. As I said, I've been doing web development for over 25 years. Do anyone have questions about like what can they do to their website to just help it grow more? I tell people just because you have a website does not mean people are gonna come to it. So it's things that you have to do to let people know that you're there and that you're open for business. Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was trying not to go on mute because I have my granddaughter with me, but I'm Carlene, and I do have, that was one of the questions that I had about my website and how to basically keep it current and make people want to actually purchase from the website. And also, I'm also having a really hard time with like creating promotions or like sales, like during the holidays. I always miss. And even though my intention is to always create a flyer, you know, get it out there, and I'll create it like ahead of time, you know, just to kind of make sure I've done it. But then the day comes and I'm like, just kind of like going on with my mundane daily task. And then I'm like, oh shoot, I've got to post that flyer. So I really need help in that area.
Okay. We can definitely help you, Carlene, with that. You should give us a call. I've been in that situation before too. So since I got an assistant in this software, that doesn't happen to us anymore. Sharice Taylor had a question.
Your hand, Sharice, if you want to unmute.
I have two questions. So when you create the traffic from the social media posts and you link the call to action, go to my website, is there a particular page that we should send them to? Because if you're running an ad, and I'm just wondering, should you go directly to the website, or is there a landing page to sell that particular thing you were talking about in the post? Should it go directly to like the homepage? Just, just best practices, where should it go?
Well, a lot of people have a promo page. If you do not have a promo page, it should be summaries on your homepage of everything that you do. So that if you don't have a promo page, if a person hits your homepage, they can look at your homepage and know what business you are in, what you're selling, or what your services are. If they go to your page and after a few scrolls down, if you got products, the first thing they should see, if you're selling a product, the first thing they should see is a product when they come to that site. You don't want them to scroll too long to get to your products. A lot of people get in that talking about themselves. Hey, this is me, and this is the reason why I did this and did that. But at the end of the day, the people are coming to your site to see your product and not they do want to know about you. That's why you have a about page. But your homepage shouldn't be that. It should let them know right away what it is you're selling or what services that you're offering and how they can get in contact with you if they want to buy it. So if you have a Shopify or a WooCommerce site that you're selling on, it should have a buy now where they one click and it's in their cart. If you have
Got
a
it.
service, they should know right then, okay, I need to call this number or email her if I want to set up an appointment.
Got it. That's good. Then the second question was about Pinterest. I never looked at Pinterest as a marketing tool. Is there a particular age group that goes that direction versus Instagram?
I think Pinterest is for those people who are do-it-yourselfers. So you say
That would be
you
me.
people how to sew. You
Yeah.
should be on Pinterest because a lot of women want to learn how to sew. But if you're not out there, you're missing a whole market of people that,
Yep.
might, that might take your classes, and you can have classes on Pinterest. You can market a class where they learn how to do something. If you're just teaching them how to crochet a hat, they can take your, you can market that on Pinterest and have them, you can do it via Zoom or if you have an office space,
That's good. I'm gonna have to look into that. Thank you.
Mhm.
Someone asked, do you have a YouTube channel, Lenora?
I'm sorry.
Someone asked, did you have a YouTube channel?
I do have a YouTube channel. It is called, I believe it's Mecca Marketing Group. So I'm under Mecca Marketing Group, but my tags on most social media sites is MMG websites, because at the end of the day, that's what we do. We build websites. So we do the other stuff to help you grow your business, but we market websites. So whatever you need done with a website, we can do.
How much does the website marketing, how much does it cost to build the website? That's the question in the chat.
Oh, okay. So it depends on what is needed. Like some people say, well, I just need a promo page that I don't have a lot of content. It's a lot of people that don't have a lot of content, but they do want to put out what it is that they do. They want to put out their product or their service, how to contact them, and then just a little information about why they started the website. And so a promo site starts at $800. So you can get and it's a one pager with a contact form. But they are known more for like they're called parallax sites because it scrolls up and down, and they have bookmarks where if a person click on services, it'll take them down to services. If they go to contact, it's going to take them to the contact, but everything is on that page. So I call that a promo site, and it starts at 800. So if you're looking for like a WordPress site or a Shopify site, those start at 1,500 and go up, depending on the scope of work and how many pages, images, products, all that is time. So it starts at 1,500, but based on the needs of the website and the goals, it can go up.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
Someone asked, does your company do branding? And then someone else said, can you share the links to your website?
Sure. So I can actually go to my website now. Hold on. So the website is MMG websites, but since I'm sharing my screen, let me just go to
And so while you're doing that, Lenora, I have a few questions, and we're all family here. So I want to make sure that we really get a lot of good good information around the social media, because sometimes people, there's marketing. When you think of marketing, there's just so many branches of marketing. Marketing isn't just one thing. So can you tell us the difference between marketing and social media? Are they the same? Are they different?
Okay, so let me just explain to you. Digital marketing and what we know as marketing, they are two different ways to get to reach people. So the traditional marketing use a lot of print. They use a lot of ads that you see on billboard ads. They also use you can see it on cars. Now they have these things that they put on cars that you can market. You can use your car to make money, marketing, whatever the product is. Digital marketing it's only online. You only using the internet for digital marketing so you're either on a clothing site, and while you're on that clothing site, you know how you looking at something, and then after you walk away from it, and every other site you go to, you see that dress that you was on Saks looking at, because they following you. They know that's digital marketing. They following you. They have cookies that when you click on something, that's a cookie, and they tracking you. That's how they track you on the web, on your phone. That's why you can be looking at something, and be like, hey, you have something in your cart over here, because that's digital marketing. But when you see an ad on a billboard or maybe a poster on a tree, that's the traditional way of marketing. Both of them will cost you, but the traditional way of marketing has a greater cost because it's print involved. So print is not cheap. Yeah.
That it isn't. But also with that, it seems like it takes, some people are able to go viral. How that happens, who knows? And then some people, it takes them a while to even get 100 followers.
Yes.
So how long do you think it takes to build your following, and like what all goes into that? Is it posting every day? Is it posting on different social media platforms every day? Like how long do you think it would take to build your following? And then, what's the best techniques to go about doing that?
Okay, that's a good question, because a brand like Ebony, it didn't take them a lot to get those million people, because they've been around for years and people was waiting for them to go online. So it didn't take a lot, but to keep them, it didn't take a lot to get them to come to the website, but to keep them coming back. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. You want them to keep coming back. Because if you keep them coming back, now you got them, and you can monetize that. So the content has to be relevant. I tell people you have to know what you're going to talk about. Even if you don't have an idea, that's when you talk to people in your industry or influencers, like, what should I be saying to these people? Because see, they already have the following that you're trying to get. So if you know somebody that will share that information with you, and people for the most part will share a little, but when you start asking too many questions, then they want you to get on their schedule. But most part, they will answer like one or two questions, and then after that, they're like, okay, you need to set up a consultation. But this is so my website is MMG website. If you go on it, I have video out here. I actually have work that I've done out here. You can see the work. A lot of people say, well, where's the work? Because I don't really broadcast the work, because a lot of them are private clients. But if you want to view my portfolio, you can. If it asks you for the password, it's just the word Mecca. And you can see work that I've done in the past. But you can also see our services. I do have packages, so if you based on your needs, you can fit into one of the packages that we offer. But we do have a small business package that allows you to get everything that you need to be successful for the first 6 months of your business. We put you on the right course, and then we can either keep you on that course, or you can say, hey, I think, after 6 months, you'd be like, hey, I think I can do this. Let me take over. Then we let you take over. But we say, let us stay for 6 months so we can make sure while you work in your business, we can help it grow.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So I have a few more questions. Reels. How effective are reels? I know some people post, but then I see people do reels, and it seemed like reels, for some odd reason, you get on one, then you flip to the next, and next thing you know, you're flipping through a whole bunch of reels, and you like, wow, I was first looking at posts, now I'm on these reels. So how effective do you think those reels are? And are they more effective than posts?
I think they're more effective than posts because, like you just said, I got on looking at posts, and then I click on one reel, and after that, because at the end of the day, videos is the driving force of America, of the world right now. It's the number one content. So I tell people, you have to have one video. You got to invest in one video for your company, whether it's a promo video or introduction video. You need a video on your website, because guess what? You spend the money to have somebody make a 3-minute video for you, right? You
Mhm.
might spend that money. You might spend $3,000, $5,000 on that video, right? But if you break that video up in 10-second segments, you have a whole bunch of content that can last you the year. And guess what? You can repurpose content, because if it was good and on January the 6th, you can repost that on May the 7th and get and new people, because you have new people. Every day it's a new opportunity to meet somebody new on social media. So they didn't see when you posted in January, because they just started following you in May. And you could post that video again in May, and you get a whole different reaction. And you'd be like, dang, I didn't get that many likes when I posted it the first time. But now you got more people following you and commenting on whatever you're putting out there. So you are going to get a different reaction.
Wonderful. So there are other few questions. So one person said, I have a service-based business and a product-based business. I have been keeping them separate as far as website and social media. Do you suggest I merge them?
Can I ask what the product and the service is, and if they complement each other?
So whoever made that comment, can you come offline?
Yes, so they do complement each other. It's a hair salon and a I'm sorry, that's my granddaughter, hair care products line.
Okay. So you do hair and you have a hair care products line?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. They should be together.
Thank
Because
you.
one day you could talk about tips for the hair, and then you could tell them on another post what I use. This is the product I use. If you having this problem with your hair, then try to use this product. So I would say absolutely they should be marketed together. Because then people, if you have a hair product, right, and you do hair, they're gonna see you as a viable business. Your credibility then went up because you've probably been doing hair for years. And so it's trial and error. So you came up with this product because maybe a few of your clients was having the same issue. And so you came up with a product that works. So now you're marketing this product to people that might have that same issue.
Yes, and then I guess the thing that has had me to keep it separate is that the names are different, and I kind of been thinking about like, maybe like renaming the salon business. I'm not going to rename the hair care product line, but I don't know. I just kind of want to make sure that they're like tied in together if I'm going to merge them.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm even if I don't know if you want to, depending on how many people you already have following you, I don't think you should change your name. I think that going forward though, that that's one of your hashtags and your ad symbols become important. So that anything that you're sharing if you have 2 pages, it should be going to both pages. And you can do that with the hashtag, if you create your own hashtag, or if you're using the @ to always include it on the post.
That makes sense. Got it.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So I want you ladies to know that you are my target audience. I work with women businesses that want to grow online. We've been doing it for over 6 years now. What I've learned in my 25 years of business is the industry that I'm in is dominated by males. So it's either Caucasian males or Indian males. So when I would go to the different seminars for web and stuff, sometimes I would be the only Black woman in the room. And I'd be like, where, nobody's tech like me? And, it kind of got discouraging because I was like, where's all the techie women? But I was like, I'm going to use this to my advantage. I know a lot of women out here that have businesses and need my services. So I do target women between the ages of 35 and 60 that have a business and want to grow it online.
Wonderful. Another question is, what websites can I study to learn more about staying updated with my social media analytics skills?
Oh, so Google has this, Google has a website. What is it called? It's a Google site, but they have a whole tutorial on how to do everything with Google. I know, let me see if I can find it real quick. I used to have it up, it just lived on my page because I was always referring to it. Hold
And
on.
if not, you can send it to us and we'll get it out to everybody.
Okay, yeah, let me look for it. I know it's in my but Google has a marketplace that helps you with all your like the search optimization, how to track, how to keywords. Keywords are key when you're trying to just get higher in the search key. You need to have great and specific keywords because I always say Mecca Marketing Group, but a lot of people think of me as a marketing company when I really am a web development company that do digital marketing. So I had to be real specific about that and my keywords. So when people are searching for web development, I come up and not just for marketing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone asked, do you work with ClickFunnels?
I do work with ClickFunnels. In fact, the software that I mentioned earlier does have that capability in it to do funnels, create funnels, so you can send people exactly where you want them to go.
So what is a ClickFunnels? Unlike myself, and then maybe some others may not know exactly what that is.
So it's something that you create ahead of time through your strategy, right? And so based on a question that you might ask, say, for instance, we're talking about hair care. And I did this before with a lot of hair care companies, but based on, say, if they say, do you have natural hair or is it perm? based on how you answer that, if you say that it's perm, then it's gonna send you a whole different direction. We're gonna talk about products for perm hair. If you said you're natural, then it's gonna take you to talk about the natural products that that company offer. So it's the same with the ClickFunnels. You can set it up based on, so that's when your goals need to be defined and your strategy, because you have to think ahead, how these people gonna answer this. And so I'm gonna give you one thing. I don't know how long does this go?
It says 7, but we can end, anytime
No,
between
I
now
was
and
just
7.
wondering, I don't want to, I'm conscious of people's time, so I don't want to start talking and it's supposed to have been over. But anyway, I'm going to give you a good example of why your content and how you market to people is important. I'm not going to mention their name, but there's a concert, a really nice venue in the south suburbs. And you can go on there every weekend. They host a different artist, different entertainers, right? And you can go to their website to buy the ticket. Now, if you go to their website, the ticket, I believe, is $75. But if you go to other websites, because of these third-party ticket holders, you could pay up to $100 to $200 for that same $75 ticket, right? So why would you want to do that? If you can get that one ticket for $75, but you bought it for $200, wouldn't you be a little upset if you found out that that ticket was $75, but you paid $200? That's because search. When a person, if you don't know exactly where to go get that ticket for $75 from, and you go to Google and you just say, I want to go see Eric Benet on this day, guess who coming up? The people who have put all their money in that search engine, that usually the third-party sites. And so you just see, okay, they have tickets for Eric Benet for $150. I'm gonna buy 2. Me and my man going to this concert, right? You spend $300. But then you say, somebody say, we got our tickets, 2 tickets for $150. Well, how did you do that? Because when I Google, it should have taken me to that site that hold the tickets, right?
Right.
But they search engine sucks. And it's the truth. They search engine sucks, and you cannot find where to buy tickets on this website. So a person is going to get frustrated, but they still want to go to the concert. So they're going to go ahead and buy the ticket because they think that's the price of the ticket when it's not.
Wow.
So search engine optimization. Everybody use Google. We searching for everything on Google. If we don't know so sometimes you can put in a word that's popular, hair. If you hair care energy, you better have hair in your on your site somewhere, everywhere. That's all your titles need to have hair in it. So when people are searching, you come up. Because what happens is you lose business if your search engine is not right.
Oh, wow. That's
You don't
interesting.
lose business. You will lose business. So let them people know out there on the soft land that they don't see me, because they losing a lot of money. They don't understand why people are not coming to their amphitheater to buy tickets. But at the end of the day, they don't know where to go to get those tickets.
Ms. Taylor, do you have another question? I see your hand is up.
I sure do.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
It sounds like to me that the social media strategy planning and all of the posts, are really built on top of having a clear brand story. Am I thinking about this correctly? Okay.
Yes.
So your recommendation, do you think that we need to start there to really be clear on not what we sell, not what we do, but who we are so that we can communicate that message?
Absolutely. In fact, when it's, to me, it's not about the website. It's about your brand and your brand strategy. So when with us, we want to sit down with you and find out what is your message and how you want to tell it. Because at the end of the day, it's your product or service and it's your story. And only you can tell it how you want it to go. So before we even build a website, we need to get that brand palette. We want to know the fonts. What fonts are we going to use? What are going to be your colors? What's going to be appealing to your audience eyes? So we do that. We sit down with you. We try to have you fill out this web survey, but sometimes that just don't happen until I'm sitting in front of you. And then you tell me everything about you. And to me, it's kind of like, you should have did this on the questionnaire, because then I would have looked at it and I could have gave you some more ideas, but I'm looking at it with you. So, but we still go back with it and come up with great ideas for them. But yeah, it's more than a website, it's your story. So when you go to the, before you build the website, you should know what that story is and how you want to, how you want to tell it to the world.
Oh, great. Thanks for sharing that. I just had a couple more questions. Linktree. I know you've been talking, I mean, somebody was talking about having having two different websites on one of their pages, but how effective is a Linktree and when should it be used?
A link tree. Are you talking about LinkedIn or a link tree?
When you have I think that's what it's called. I thought that was what it's called, a Linktree.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
like a software where you can put multiple links. Some people on Instagram like put it in their bio, just in case they got multiple
Oh.
places of business.
Okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Oh. So you're asking what about the link tree?
How effective, if you have different businesses or different websites or different brands, how effective is a Linktree, and when should a person decide to use one?
I only think you should link businesses together that complement one another. If they don't complement one another, they should stay separately, because the story is going to be a little different from each one of them.
Okay.
Now, so to give you an example, I have MMG websites, right? That's you can follow me on Instagram and everywhere there. It's called MMG websites. It's the same as my URL. But right before COVID, I love fashion. So I came up with this a traveling boutique where I would go to women's house and kind of style them and dress them. And that's called Pursue It Boutique. Now it's on Instagram, but I do not market it with, I don't market it with Mecca Marketing unless I'm having an event. Then I'm using Mecca Marketing to market the event, but they are two different entities that stand alone. And the only time I'm bringing attention to it at Mecca Marketing is we're having an event that I'm just trying to get more people to come to.
Okay, great. And then do you think it's sometimes when I go on some of these like Instagram, I think I see it a lot on Instagram. I'll go to somebody's page and it looks like they have combined their personal and their business page together. So you'll see them eating out with their friends and their family and their kids, and or have on a nice little sexy outfit, and then you see all their hair products or all their purses. Do you think it's a good idea to have combined a personal and their business page, or should they keep them separate?
I think you should keep them separate. Some people say no, they should stay together, then the person can see who you are. But some some people you don't want on your personal page. I mean, I'm just saying. I would keep it separate. Some people. Now, I'm gonna tell you, my first Instagram page was LAB. Those are my initials, right? And it was underscore MMG. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna make it personal and business. But that's hard, so I don't recommend it. I think they should stay separate.
Yeah, sometimes I be feeling like, well, no, this is something that I see typically. Like most people will want the followers from their personal page to go and follow their business page. And something that they'll do on Instagram is like share their business page from their personal page. You
Mm.
kind of get to know who's the owner of the business and then, retract those same followers.
Hmm.
Now I
That makes
will,
sense. Yeah.
yeah, I do that because some of the people on my personal page came in because they were interested in my business. So I do want them to come over to the business page that focus only on the business.
Very true. Wonderful. Well, with that being said, are there any last minute questions? Would love to hear from you. I do want to say if there are any nail salon stylists or anyone who does nails or hair hair, beauty salon, beauticians or anyone like that, I have a great opportunity for you. So if you can please, either put your name in the chat and I can get it from there so I can give you a call, a revenue generating opportunity. Let me throw that out. So, and you may or may not be interested, but I will at least like for our clients to know what this opportunity is. So if you do nails, if you do hair, please put your name in the chat, or you can always email me or call me directly. Let me put my information in the chat too. Okay, sorry, but I had to throw that plug in there. I'm sorry.
Appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So I do have one more question. So earlier I asked if I should merge my social medias and my websites together, and you said yes, I should. Um, so I do have like a Hair to Perfection Instagram and a
Mhm.
Grow Trust Instagram. And yes, I do like when I'm doing hair, I do talk about what I'm using when I make videos, because remember, I'm struggling with that. But um, you think that I should just get rid of one? I mean, because by there not being, they're two different names, two different entities, really. I guess I want to know, like, how would I merge them together? Um, or should I keep those two pages separate and just use, like you were saying earlier, like hashtags and at signs aside from like trying to make it one page?
Now, I have suggested this to a client before because they did products in hair. So on their homepage, it talked a little bit about both, where they had like almost two sites in one.
Mhm.
And so based on what they clicked on the homepage, it either took them to their service page about their hair and the services they offer for the hair, or it took them to the products that they marketed. So that could be an option for you.
So, okay. So somebody just mentioned Linktree, and I do have a Linktree, which is just basically a link that
Mhm.
would allow a client to book or purchase products. Um, and I really just use that for Instagram, um, because it allows someone to kind of like see all that I offer underneath one umbrella, I guess. So I guess that's been okay. I have like a hair quiz also under there to kind of like help me to get leads for people who are looking for like a regimen or a new hair care product. So that's been cool, like to have all of I guess my different businesses under one umbrella, and then like that another way to get contact information from potential customers.
Okay.
So I do like a jot form. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely be giving you a call. I had seen your information in the help, is it called help desk?
Yep, the help
I
desk.
want to say.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, so I was definitely, I was looking at a few different companies and yours really stood out. So I'm glad that I'm getting a chance to actually have this opportunity to talk to you right now. It's just basically solidified my intuition.
Wonderful. Good. Yes. Everyone, I was going to mention that. So thank you, Carlene, for sharing that. Lenora is also a vendor on our help desk. So please, now you get to see the face and hear her share her product and services, not product, but services, and do a really good job of explaining social media techniques. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you all for staying and asking questions, because hey, it's all about learning, right? That's how you
Absolutely.
grow, by learning.
I just
Okay.
had one other thing before we go. I'm sorry, were you about to say something, Tariq?
No, you're good. You can go ahead.
Is there anybody on this call who want to share any of their social media, techniques? If you have a really good platform that you use, anything that you feel works for you really well, a service that you use works for you really well. Okay, well, even more reason why we need to get with Lenora so she can hook us up with the latest and greatest apps and software that's out there to help us with our social media challenges. Okay. All right. Well, go ahead, Tyreek, jump in.
I was gonna say, just thank you all for showing up, and a big thanks to Lenora for giving this great presentation. It was highly requested. Everybody needs marketing and social media, since that is the new age of business in this industry. And again, thank you for coming and taking the time and asking all your questions. This recording and everything will be sent out. And yeah, thank you. Have a good rest of your evening.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Stay cool.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Have a great
Okay.
night.